Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming today. Test, test. Okay.
Is it live? All right. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started here. So today we're here to talk about the computer clubs, which I hope you know already since you're here. We go to the next slide. So if you wanted a link to these slides and kind of the information that's within them, you can just scan this QR code. We'll put it in at the end so you can get it at the end if you want to see any information that we skipped over too fast. So what exactly are the computer clubs? For those of you who are newer around here, who don't already know, we are actually 4 different clubs. The computer club, the offensive security club, defensive security club, and programming club. We do this to kind of have topics for everyone. So different clubs activities based on different students' interests revolving around tech and computers and security. These are our meeting times. We meet here, except for programming club, meets in Beacom 213. 6 o'clock, just like right now. So first we're going to talk about the computer club, which is these fine folks, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we talk about in computer club is kind of just general technical concepts, and traditionally in the past we've been more beginner friendly, try to get all the freshmen kind of introduced to some basic kind of computer technical concepts. We like to have like guest speakers from like organizations and stuff come in, like career people talk about some of that kind of stuff. But we also like to kind of be fun and do some social stuff. Like we have laser tag equipment that may or may not be coming soon. Last year we did like a fun little bad website competition with kind of like gift card prizes. So that was also fun. Then we'll do like stuff like hackathons where you can kind of build projects, and it's a good way to get involved outside of class. So I'm Jake. This is Michael. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Michael. I'm a senior in the cyber operations program.
Hey, I'm Annabelle. I'm a junior in the cyber operations program.
I'm Nathan. I'm a senior in the cyber operations program.
I'm not part of it. Okay.
All right, so that's us. We run this club. Also up there is our like website link and our YouTube channel link, which is being streamed and recorded right now, which we'll do for every meeting. If you guys can't make a meeting, you can still get access to the content. Then I'd also wanted to mention, kind of part of a computer club is the help night, which you may or may not be familiar with. It's a good place to get help with homework and programming stuff, if need be. It's going to be back in person this year, Monday, Wednesday, 3 to 5. Location is TBD. I'm sure Tom will have something on that sometime soon. And it'll start, I think, 13th, right? Monday. Okay, cool. So I'll turn the time over to the OffSec club.
Yeah, so what are the subtitles of the computer club? Okay, so one of the subclubs of the computer club is the offensive security club. That's obviously the people hacking other people. Yeah, thanks. All right, so these are the officers for the offensive security club. We have Kim. you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Kim. I'm going to be senior soon, and I'm cyber operation major.
Yep. Myself. We also have Richard. He's an online student. He's also another officer of ours. And then we have Andrew Kramer, who is our faculty advisor. All right, so kind of what we do, like I said, we hack other people, aka we're the coolest club out of all of these clubs. So what you'll get to do if you attend our meetings, you will obviously get to learn the foundations. So even if you don't know anything about offensive security, we're going to help you learn the very foundational and beginning of offensive security. And we're going to obviously help you develop and build those skills, and then you get to use those skills and practice them by participating in different competitions that we're going to have. So at our meetings, you can expect hands-on workshops, lessons that we're going to have. Every single meeting, you're going to have some kind of takeaway where you learn something and you get to do something. This is not only for beginners, but also some people who may have offensive skills already, because we're going to pair people up into different teams. So then you, as a beginner, may be able to work with advanced people. And if you're advanced, you get to work with some beginners as well and develop skills that way. And then for some of our competitions, we're also going to be collaborating with DefSec for whatever competitions or activities we may have.
And for this one, it's a picture of the last, Cyber Conquest, where there's someone got into the PF sense of Team 1 to Team 7, and they just turned it off. And the picture of the skull is someone who's in the system and use a curl to make a score, make a score back, because red team, we do like a competition between ourselves too, and whoever got the first place, you're cool, something like that. I don't know. And we do a bi-weekly meeting on Monday at 6 p.m. In TCB. For right now, and we will move into East Hall whenever it's open up, and we will be announced on both Discord and Slack. And yeah, I think that's about it for OffSec.
Okay. Hello. Is it? Hello, we are DefSec. That's us three. So, it wasn't on. I'm Shane. I'm the middle. I'm the pixelated one.
I'm Austin. I am apparently the king of Windows. For some reason, it's a stand-up comedian. Do not trust him. I don't know a single joke. I'm also the Beacon representative. So if you have any complaints about the Beacon College, come to me, and then I will complain about them for you. So.
And I'm Galen. I'm an OPSEC disaster, according to Shane. And I run most of the infrastructure for DefSec.
If you guys have any question during our talk, I guess you can call it that, I will string cheese you. That is incentive. So our goals for this year are obviously, first of all, to have fun, right? If it's boring and you don't like doing it, then you're spending your time poorly. Secondly, we're hoping that you learn things while having fun. These things are obvious, but we felt the need to state them. Third, augment cyber clout. Who doesn't know what cyber clout is? Excellent, no hands. Everyone knows what it is. So we're doing that. And the way we're hoping to accomplish this is, one, learn by doing. So lectures are cool, but you can only watch so many Linux command line intro presentations before it kind of bounces off. And number two, community is important. So you do competitions with people. There are people in the Discord and here that can help you do more things cooler and such.
So this is kind of what we do. We really focus on making learning presentations for everybody to gain knowledge from, so you can build a strong foundation before we hop into the competitions that we will build mocks. We'll start out with like in school, so that way each people can build teams, gain their knowledge from each other, so that way we can move on to more like national competitions, so you guys can compete against all the rest of the schools and see how you do. We also help with different student projects too in DefSec. I know our officers have made some in the GitHub that we'll talk about a little bit later.
So we also are the organization that supplies people for competitions that the school goes to. So DSU every year goes to the CCDC competition. Normally we go to Hivestorm. There's some other competitions like Cyber Conquest and Ice Age that we go to sometimes. So CCDC is a defensive competition. So that's DefSec, that's us. In CCDC, you get a bunch of systems and have to secure them before a red team hacks them, or as a red team is hacking them, and normally after they've hacked them. And Ice Age is like a longer form of that. And Hivestorm and Cyber Conquest are both more on the, not so much a red team, more securing boxes, with a little bit less pressure, though it's still a competition, so there's a ton of pressure. These are various screenshots from competitions we've either attended or hosted, and a meme.
So more on lessons. We're doing weekly meetings. Last year for a bit, if you guys were here, we did 2 meetings a week, and we received feedback that that is too much. So we will not be doing that. And we will be trying to go from like zero knowledge beginner. So our perception of what a beginner is has been, I know, but for real this time, it has been lowered by a lot. So we hope that most people can join, and we'll be doing like prerequisites for other lessons. So you're like, what do I need to know for this? We'll tell you. Yeah, we'll also be posting resources and guides to things we find cool in the Discord. You can post your own, why not? And stuff like that. You might find once you reach a certain point that going to lessons and watching lectures is diminishing returns. So at that point, you should try to do more competitions and more things on your own.
So next steps, what do you have to do to get involved? Well, we meet every Tuesday at 6 p.m. in the TCB, so right here where you guys are sitting now, until they finish East Hall, which I believe is late September, if that isn't pushed off some more. But we will stream for you guys to attend if you want. The link will be, I believe it's youtube.defsec.club. So if you guys want to join, well, we post a lot of notifications. This Discord is a joined Discord between the offensive and defensive security club. This is where we host a lot of our events out of, and we'll let you guys know if there's anything coming up that you should sign up for or how you can get involved more. So,
are there any questions? No.
Ask a question, you get a cheese stick. Come on.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Sorry.
You're good. All right. Does this one work? Can you hear me in the back? Okay. So we are the programming club. Our first meeting is Wednesday, September 8th in the Become room 213. So right up the stairs at 6 p.m. You can see kind of along there all the different languages that, we have had experience with: React, C++, C, C#, Python, JavaScript, et cetera, et cetera. Next slide. So my name is Nick Hamburg. I am a junior studying computer science with a minor in math.
I'm Aaron. This doesn't sound on, but we're going to pretend like it is. I'm a grad student in computer science.
I'm Nick Sanderson, and I'm a computer science major. And then our faculty advisor is Austin O'Brien. He's a cool guy. So for our weekly meetings, we do a lot of informational type meetings where you'll learn cool stuff. We talk collaboratively about cool stuff, do hands-on projects relating to cool stuff. A lot of the meetings, we try to make them like beginner friendly while still having the majority of them be still like intellectually stimulating to non-beginners. We have our website up there, dsuprog.club. That's where we host the slides for all our meetings, and also has some information about the club there. And then I'll keep talking. We also do events, mainly some competition type stuff, because that's the most fun type of event. Every year we go to DigiKeys programming competition, and as you can see in the top right, we won last year, and we also won the previous year and the year before. We're trying to break the largest streak for wins for that competition, and if we win this year, we will break that streak. There's also ICPC, which is a bit of a more national competition that starts. It does the whole track to from regionals to area to whatever, national, international. We usually have at least a group or two that gets relatively far along that track. Those two competitions are in a style where you get a list of problems and you gotta solve them with code faster than everyone else. But then there's also different types of competitions. We've got code golf, where you code in as few characters as possible, and hackathons, where you just make something real quick. We're also experimenting with a new type of competition that will be running next semester that's called extreme programming, and that's less focused on programming skill and more on being able to program in weird environments to kind of level the playing field between the different levels of experience. Next slide.
Right. So in general, we have quite a few different methods of communication. There's the kernel ploppers Slack, which if you don't know what that is, that's a Slack channel server. I don't know what it's called in Slack, that a lot of people from the school are in. And that's where a lot of interesting announcements are. So would probably be good to be in the Slack. We also have an email list for Computer Club. There's the Help Night Discord, which is run by Computer Club, and Jake briefly talked about that earlier, but that is where Programming Club and Computer Club meet. And then there's the Security Club's Discord, which is where OffSec and DefSec meet. So should join some of those, check them out. Yeah. Other than that, this is our schedule again, in case you missed that or it wasn't very clear, and join codes again. Any questions now? From anyone? Shane will throw a cheese stick at you. I don't
Got
know
a
if that's
question
good
over
thing,
here.
but he will.
Are y'all meeting next Monday?
Next Monday, no, we are not. Meetings will start on Tuesday, which is the 7th. All right, any other questions? That is the room you are in right now. All right.
I don't know a single joke. Yeah.
So for DevSec, we're going to be doing intro to command line. I don't have any more cheese sticks. I'm sorry. For us, usually about 30 minutes, maybe 50 for a long one or 15 for short.
Ours are usually about half an hour.
Also, if we have a speaker, those might go for like an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how much the speaker likes to talk. So
Last year we had a speaker that went for 2.5 hours. So
Maybe. Depends. OffSec's first meeting? No, if there's a lab, we'll give you a V app. We'll talk about more what that is later, but if you don't know. Yeah, bring your computer.
We have a question up there.
No, we will be doing both, but I think Linux is good to know.
So the Computer Club first meeting, not this Monday, but Monday the 20th, because Computer Club and Offensive Security switch off on Mondays. The first Computer Club meeting will be an intro to the IA lab, where we'll talk about the online infrastructure that DSU has and provides to students. A lot of your classes will have VApps and virtual machines that are hosted here, so that's the portal that you'll be doing most of the interactive labs through the computer clubs with.
Yeah, OffSec's first meeting is going to be an intro to offensive security, obviously. But then our meeting plans, we're planning on taking you through the stages of doing a pen testing, which is a security vulnerability type of thing where you actually go and hack other like virtual machines or companies. So we actually set up a lab environment for you guys where you guys are going to act like you're performing a pen test. So we set up a scenario where you're going to be hacking into a company. So the first step to one of those is kind of doing some reconnaissance on it, maybe stalking the company, I guess you could say, doing some OSINT. So that's what our first meeting is going to consist of, is you guys hands-on finding out what information you can find out about this company that we're supposed to be hacking.
For our first meeting, we're going to be talking about version control, which is like Git and GitHub, and it's real good for keeping track of projects and making sure you can't just mess up everything with one accidental save.
That'll be something we do. Sure. Awesome. Tomorrow?
Any other questions, even though we're out of cheese sticks? Well, for our online viewers, thank you for attending, and we are going to kill the stream now. So thanks for coming. Now that the stream's dead, any questions?